Welcome back, everyone. We're here with a brand new week of the Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast. This is episode 160. For all of today's show notes and the three big takeaways from today's show, head on over to ihp.coach/160. So today's going to be a fun show. It's definitely not going to hate on anyone or spread any negativity, but I just want you to be aware of hiring a business coach. So many of you, whether you're in the fitness field, the health and beauty field, the health coaching field, eventually you're going to get your online practice up and going. Maybe you're already there right now. But then at some point you're going to say, well, I'm happy where I am, but I want to up-level my results. Nothing wrong with that at all either. Most of us are in the mindset of growth in all areas of our life, improving ourselves, our education, helping clients, helping more clients, increasing abundance in all areas of our life. And that's an amazing thing. But the problem is most of our backgrounds are in health. They're in wellness. They're not necessarily in hiring a business coach or expanding the business. So what I want to share with you today is 5 questions to ask that business course or business coach before getting started with that actual coach. And so I'm just hoping to save you some of the time, frustration, and money that I've spent in the past in order to be able to up-level my entire career too. So for me, again, I think I'm like most health practitioners. I pretty much have my head down. I read, I research, I study. I used to get certification upon certification. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's how we learn in the beginning. And then I would try to share it with clients. And then through word of mouth, word would spread, and I would get more and more clients. And that's a great thing too. But if you want to expand like to a greater audience, you're going to have to up-level your business. There's just no doubt about that. And again, nothing wrong with that. You can decide to be a sole practitioner, or you can decide to expand your business. Again, totally up to you. What I want to do is talk to the people here today who they know eventually, okay, they're going to be hiring that business coach, or they're going to be looking to take a course or something that's going to allow them to grow their business, whether it be financially or typically it's financially, but it's in order to be able to serve more people. So let me share with you the 5 questions you're going to ask that coach or look for with that course. So the first thing is this. This is a big one for me. Show me how you did this in real life. So there are so many business coaches out there, right? They're standing in front of their Lamborghini, or they're just talking their big game, and that's great. So you're showing me your fancy car, you're showing me your fancy watch or your private jet or whatever it might be. Okay. So are you a business coach that just sells coaching and business, or did you do what I'm doing in real life in order to have this type of success? So that's just the first question. Again, there's no hate, nothing like that at all. I mean, anybody who wants to live any particular lifestyle and show up on Instagram or social media however they want, great. I have no issue with that whatsoever. I honestly don't. I let people be them, and I just try to be me. So here's the thing though. I am not interested in learning from a doctor, a practitioner, a business coach, anyone, unless they've done it in real life and not just for other people, okay? So that's my first prerequisite. It's not everybody's. Again, this is one person's opinion, but the people that I've learned the most from have always done it themselves, and they never set out to be a business coach, but they were successful. And then I've always believed this. If you are successful, like very successful, if you become an expert in one area of life, you end up teaching it. You really do. It's because people want the information, and you're like, well, I figured this out. Most people haven't. I should share this with others. Most humans, I'm convinced, are like that. Yes, there are some humans that are not as kind and nice, yes, but I think most people really are. And I think they like to share their success. It makes them feel good. And so I like to just say, okay, hey, show me how you did that. And so that's it. So if you're looking to get more clients, you will want to work with a practitioner, business coach who has lots of clients, or in the recent past had a busy practice, right? I think that's fair. But again, that's one of 5 questions. All right, the second one is this. Okay, so let's say this business coach got lots and lots of clients as a personal trainer, esthetician, chiropractor, you name it, right? Any health-based position, health coach, of course. So what I would say to them is, all right, sometimes, right, you catch lightning in a bottle. One person can make it happen, and they're, this special person with all these special talents. Can they do it for anybody else? So show me the clients that have replicated your success. All right, so that's question number 2. All right, you did it. You proved to me you did it in the real world. Great. Now, is there anybody like you that you've taught this to, that it wasn't just you, that this can be replicated? And they should be able to share with you a few success stories. Now, it's a little bit more challenging when you're in the natural health-based space. So I've worked with countless celebrities, Olympians, etc. And unless they specifically come out and name me, I'm not that person. I don't collect success stories and post them online. It would be a lot more helpful if I did, no doubt about that. But it's just never something that I wanted to do, never something that I needed to do, and it just wasn't my style. Now, people have come out online and said, "Oh, I work with Dr. Cabral." Great, really nice, and I'm glad that they're getting the word out. But in terms of a business coach, there really shouldn't be anything to hide because it's not health-based. So there's a lot of influencers online that I work with that are big names, and they don't necessarily want to say they have any health issues. So they don't talk about me working with them and looking at their labs and all those things. And again, that's not why I do this. I don't mind at all. But if you're a business coach, well, hopefully some of your clients allow you to share the success that you've helped them with, okay? So that should be number 2. Should be able to see and chat with some clients. All right, number 3 is this. What you are teaching me, meaning your success, okay, you're successful, your clients are successful. However, is it selling the same thing or offering the same service that I'm going to be offering? Is it a 1-for-1, right? So if you are a very successful dentist, does that mean you're going to be able to help me as a health coach find more clients? Maybe, maybe not, right? They might have a system that just works. Okay, well then you don't need to be a dentist. You just need to be in the service-based field. It could work for a hairstylist, could work for a massage therapist, could work for a health coach. All right, but you really have to ask that question because it's not a 1-for-1. It's service business, yes, but maybe this is unique to dentists. Maybe it's because dentists take insurance. And if you're not taking insurance, will this work for you? It may not. So that's why I just want to make sure that we're talking about apples to apples, right? That we're actually talking about the same thing. Okay. The 4th one is this. What will I need to do in order to replicate these results? The results that you're doing. Because again, if you're hiring a coach, you better believe you need to follow that blueprint. When people work with me as their naturopathic doctor or their, whatever it might be, integrative health practitioner, I'm giving them a protocol to follow, right? That's what I'm doing. So if I'm giving them a protocol to follow, like the CBO protocol for digestion, the heavy metal detox, the functional medicine detox, they need to follow it. I tell them up front, this is what it is. This is what it's going to be. How does that sound? Do you have any questions? You want to ask your coach up front, what's the requirement here? What am I going to have to follow? How many hours a day is this going to take? And then you have to ask yourself, okay, if the coach is going in for me, I need to be able to meet them halfway. And so you have to be willing to do the work because you can't blame your coach if you're not doing the work, right? So you need to know ahead of time what is required. If they ask you to spend an hour a day on social media, posting and answering comments, are you going to be able to do that, right? Because if a lot of your success is predicated on that, you have to do it, right? So are you willing to do it? So know that up front. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Definitely know that up front. All right. The last one is this. What is it going to cost me beyond my coaching with you to be able to replicate these results? That's the secret one. So hopefully you've tuned in. Obviously, if you're listening, you're still tuned in this far into the show. But a lot of times they don't tell you, oh, well, yes, it's $5,000 a month to work with me. I don't know what the price is for your business coach. $3,000 a month, $10,000 a month. I have no idea. But they didn't tell you it's also then going to cost $3,000 a month in Facebook ads or Instagram boosted posts or, whatever it might be, sponsorships. Okay. So you have to understand is that, okay, there's the cost of the coaching, but then what is the cost to replicate those results? Really important to ask that as well. Because if not, you say, oh, I thought my investment, I could afford let's just say $3,000 a month. Okay, I could afford $3,000 a month, but I didn't know it was going to be $6,000. I didn't know it was going to be $3,000 for you and then $3,000 for the ads. And then might say, well, the ads are going to pay for themselves. Okay, but is that guaranteed? Because as far as I know, advertising isn't guaranteed. Now, if they have a guarantee for it, that's a different story. Like, and some coaches will actually guarantee that, and that's fantastic. Most are not going to guarantee that because it all depends on the work and all the different things that go into it. But again, it's at least something to look at. So, the title of the show, more like beware of hiring a business coach. No, at the right time, hire a business coach, join a mastermind, do some type of business course. I'm all for it. I believe in it. Just make sure that you are going to get out of that what you want and what you intended. So just to run down the list quickly, and then what I want to do is just share with you some free ways to get started, is you're going to chat with a coach, you're going to do your due diligence on them, and you're going to say, how did this person get their success? Are they an online business coach success, selling business coaching? Or did they actually, let's just use health coaching because, right, we're a health coaching based podcast. So, or were they actually a health coach and they did, 10,000 appointments, right? So like, what was their secret sauce? What was their success? All right. The second one is, okay, they were successful, but have they also taught this to other students that have replicated this results? So it's not just a one of one. All right, that's number 2. Number 3 is, was what they were selling what I'm selling? Because if it's not, okay, the system may still work, but you need to make sure that it is replicable, that it's the system that produces the results and not necessarily the differentiation in service or product. All right, number 4 is this. What is it that I will need to do that you're going to teach me? Now, they might not tell you everything up front because that might be part of their secret sauce, but what is the amount of time required, and what are the basics of what I'm going to need to do in order to become a success like you, okay? And the 5th one is, what is it going to cost me in order to implement everything that you're teaching me and asking me to do? All right. So if it's $3,000 a month, is it another $3,000 in ad spend, or hiring a videographer? I mean, what is the spend? So those are things that you want to get clear up front. Then when you're clear, you say, great, I'm ready to take this to the next level. Now, this podcast is debuting in September. I think that this is the time to actually get clear as to how you want to end the year. Remember, I usually do this every quarter, but you have a whole quarter. From October, November, December, you have 90 days. You can do an amazing sprint on your business so that it looks night and day by the time you hit January 1st of next year. So don't wait until January 1st in order to prepare for the new year. Get started now. Put in the work now. Become a success now, and then just build off of that in the new year. It's, again, as they say, there's no time like the present. I would get started. So one thing I could share with you is the first thing I would do is this. If you haven't gone back and just listened to the Integrative Health Coach Success podcast, it's all free. So there's 160 shows. On the even shows, so 160 is today, that you're able to get what I just provide is strategy. Like one tip each week, implement this: social media, marketing, systems, hiring, certifications, all those different types of things. And then on Thursdays, the odd shows, Julia is bringing you real tactical-based advice from practitioners in the real world. So listen to one, listen to both, but that's a great free way to get started with business-based ideas and thought process and, setting your business up, etc. Okay, then if you're already in the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, IHP, graduate from level 1. Finish level 1 even if you sign up for level 1 and level 2 like most people do. Because after level 1, you also get a curated set of content, about 35 particular shows, maybe about 15 to 20 hours of free business content. And you also get those free consultations that you actually, you watch on video us doing the free, the introductory consultation, and then the initial consultation, and then the follow-ups, etc. So that's all part of it. And then this isn't even offered till January, but we'll certainly be talking about this. Hopefully you'll join us this October. So if you're already an IHP and you haven't signed up yet, definitely you want to check out, just email support@integrativehealthpractitioner.org or just support@ihp.coach. We have our big World Live IHP event the third week of October. You won't want to miss that. That's in Florida. We'll be teaching a lot of business-based skills to our IHPs, a lot of guest speakers there. And then in January of next year, so it's not till January, we have our business mentorship experience. So again, you certainly do not have to work with us. The 5 questions that I gave you specifically today, you can use to find a coach anywhere in the world that you feel fits you, your unique personality, and your unique business as well. So hopefully this was helpful. As always, we love your feedback. We love your comments. So do feel free to leave those. We'll be back on Thursday with Julia hosting another great show with another one of our amazing integrative health practitioners or from people all over the world. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day. We'll talk with you soon.